It's gonna be fun. But we got a cherry bomb.
Yeah, we did get a muffler. That's gonna help. Forget all the other issues. We're gonna have a muffler. Oh, man. Alrighty, so I'm on my way to my buddy Taylor Hull's house yet again. You might remember we revived that 1973 Plymouth Satellite after it sat for 31 years. Well, that car is the subject of today's video as well. We're not trying to revive it because we already did that. We're actually trying to get it ready for a road trip. And not just any road trip, I'm talking a long distance run against the clock. Yeah, we're making the Bandit Run Atlanta to Texarkana, baby, because the boys are thirsty here and we gotta bring them some Coors. There's a few movies out there that helped us fall in love with certain cars and certain actors. And you gotta say, Smokey and the Bandit is way on up there on the list. I mean, a black and gold Trans Am with T-tops, Sally Field in the passenger seat, making a run against the clock, trying to pick up some beer from Texarkana. I mean, this is bucket list stuff right here. Granted, we don't have a semi that we're blocking for. We're just getting the beer ourselves and loading it in the back of the car. But it's still gonna be a good time. Might not be the smartest thing to do in a car that sat for 31 years, but, you know, we're gonna do it anyway, because we're not necessarily the smartest people. So I got a 22-gallon fuel cell in the rear of this car that we're gonna toss in the trunk of Daisy, so we don't have to make as many gas stops. And we're just gonna go over the car and make sure everything's all right. Safe to say, things are definitely getting interesting, so follow along as we get into all kinds of trouble, I'm sure, and hopefully we avoid all them Smokies. Check it out, it's Daisy again. She's sporting some new kicks, styling. So what all do we need to do to this thing before the trip?
I mean, essentially nothing. It's ready to go 1,500 miles, I feel like. But just in case, we're going to do a few things like extra fuel. We're going to try and get a water temp gauge, even though I'm sure it'd be fine.
Details. Yeah, that original radiator that was spewing coolant out last time.
It's all fixed.
I'm sure it'll be great.
We put a bunch of stop leak in it. It's all set now. Safety third.
You are much more optimistic than I am. Look at this gauge placement. So the passenger's reading the water temp, driver's reading the oil pressure, which doesn't really work. Got a Sally Speed Shop sticker on the dash. And otherwise, this interior is just beautiful. It's going to be comfortable. It's got an AN line on it. Oh man, yep, straight up race car. Look at that. He's made huge improvements on this thing since we worked on it. Look at those Mopar valve covers. So the plan is we're going to throw a fuel cell right back in this here area. Basically pull this grommet out, drill and tap or weld to this filler neck right here, and then we'll have 22 gallons of additional fuel on board.
But why would we need that?
Well, you know, so we could die in a fire explosion when we wreck the car.
That's morbid, Jacob. I don't like it.
I'm just saying, if you're gonna go out in a blaze of glory with 22 gallons of fuel exploding in your trunk.
Yeah, don't leave anything to chance.
Make sure you're 100% dead. Oh, look at that. The battery hold down is choice.
It's in for quick disconnect right now. But
hey, I actually passed NHRA tech at a drag strip with a ratchet strap on a battery once.
I like it.
I mean, in reality, that's way more solid than a lot of battery hold downs.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, I guess I should get to work rather than just filming. So look what I brought. This thing's got some history. It made a cannonball run in 2 different cars now. Stonewall and the Green Hornet. Now it's gonna make a Bandit Run in Daisy here.
Right.
So far it's had pretty good luck too. I haven't had any issues out of my fuel system.
I did.
Yeah, but that was your car, not this. This thing worked perfect.
Fault, not that.
Look how much room there is in this trunk. That's insane. She purrs now. Look at that AN line with the new carburetor. And yeah, this is totally fine. This is how you install fuel cells. A couple ratchet straps. She is good to go. So I'm here working on this setup in the back of the car, and I just popped this grommet out, and look at that. That's the fuel filler neck, so I'm just gonna pull that out, drill a hole in it, and figure out a way to attach some sort of line to make fuel go from this pickup through that pump and then into the factory fuel tank under here, more than doubling our fuel capacity in a very, very easy way. Not sketchy at all, right? Is it a masterpiece?
Better than it was.
So there you go. There's where our fuel's gonna go into our filler neck. This is like professional race car stuff right here.
Minus the lip.
It'll be fine. That is a thing of beauty. Like 150 pounds of oil pressure. Perfect.
Still doesn't spin the tires, in case you're wondering.
Oh, that's just sad.
That's weird, it worked.
I think this is more gutless than the Hornet with a straight 6.
That's wide open.
It's not scary at all, because it's just so slow. How fast was that?
The speedo says 55.
I don't know, it doesn't feel like it's going that fast.
I don't know, I don't have dash lights anymore, so I couldn't tell you.
Anyway, we're on the road, haven't died yet. I'll update you guys when we get to the parts store. On the road a total of, I don't know, 5 minutes. She's getting a little toasty already. It's climbing upwards to almost 220. See, you just had to go and put a temp gauge on it, so now we know.
Yeah, I liked it a lot better when I was in blissful ignorance.
And our oil pressure is still at 150 psi. It's going great. It's staying at 220, so 220 is livable, but definitely not ideal. And it's about 50 degrees outside, so
the highest.
this is not good.
Eating on it.
Not good. This is lovely right here. Look through there. That's a snapshot at a nightmare.
Thanks, mice.
I think she's a little toasty. Steam vent outside of the, it's pushing past the radiator cap down that line. So the cooling system has some issues.
That's not 220.
Should be fine for 1,500 miles. Maybe it just needs a new radiator cap to keep pressure in it.
Yeah.
Because that could be doing it. The fact that it's just letting out all the pressure.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't be as hot as it is.
Yeah.
So buy a new radiator cap.
Yeah. I mean, that's the fix.
That'll definitely fix it. Water weather, radiator cap, take the hood off.
All of that combined, what can go wrong?
Yeah. That'll be great. Check it out. Now we're at about 2:30. And I found out, Taylor, do you have insurance and registration on this?
No.
So we're about to drive halfway across the country in a car that doesn't have registration or insurance. At least
It's
insurance.
gonna have insurance.
Okay, I can go with that. This is all just a horrible idea. I'm gonna go buy a gallon of water and fill up the radiator because you can't even see coolant when you open the cap. And that's not good.
It's race ready.
What are you doing out here? What the heck, man? What did you do?
It's leaking out the sending unit.
That's really not good.
That's fine.
That's a lot of gasoline.
Huh? 73.
I don't think it's gonna matter in a minute or two. Oh, this is dumb. So I got you a gallon of water. Is it cool enough to open?
Yep. Did I say yes?
You did. Everything about this is stupid. So we're leaking out both ends of the car now. Why do I hang out with you?
Because you don't like your safety.
I definitely look at that. We have. At least it's windy. It'll evaporate quickly.
Yeah, I mean, we're an EPA nightmare here.
Is it still leaking too? I think it probably is.
That's the piston coming out.
Oh my gosh! That's not good. So we're filling up the radiator.
It's taking more than I'd like.
Yeah, that's a lot. I might have to go buy you another gallon.
No, I can see it now. Which is positive. But this was kind of a lot.
That's over a gallon. I think it's going to take more when we get back to the house.
It is. Oh, let's get our water wetter.
Because that matters when that's happening.
That will have to be addressed.
So this is your solution to the overheating issues? Just fill it with water wetter?
That's right. I believe in it.
All right, put it in neutral, please. You good? All right, I'm pushing to get away from that mess. All right, well, you need to start it before it makes another puddle.
All right, let's go. At least we're still at 100 pounds of oil pressure.
Did you bring a fire extinguisher by chance?
Never heard of her.
Oh my goodness. They just parked right on top of it. I really hope they don't explode.
Oh, the police are over there. I'm gonna go this way.
On the bright side, it's only at 200 instead of 240 now.
It's also been sitting for quite some time while we let all the fuel leak
And
out.
we added a gallon of cold water.
We're solving the world's problems.
And we're supposed to drive this to Texarkana on Friday? That's 2 days from now.
I told you I feel good about it.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, it's been nice knowing you guys. Well, even after adding water and putting a new radiator cap on and water wetter, it's running at 230.
I really thought the water wetter was going to be the cure-all.
And dumping fuel out the back.
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot of fuel.
We didn't die though. We're back at the shop and it made the trip. Like, what did we do? 10 miles?
No insurance. No registration. Fuel leak. Overheating.
That's not
Sketchy
good.
brakes.
Not good. So it'll make it 1,500 miles, no problem. That's what I learned.
Agreed. It's gonna be fun. But we got a cherry bomb.
Forget all the other issues. We're gonna have a muffler. Oh, man. Well, it's another day here in Georgia, and I'm on my way back to my buddy Taylor Hull's house. Driving the Wagoneer today. We're styling. But we got to get Daisy ready for a 1,500-mile trip. We didn't get anywhere close to getting the car ready last night, so we got a little bit of work ahead of us. And we leave for our adventure in like 24 hours, so plenty of time to test on it, make sure it's going to be perfect for the trip. It should go real well. All right, what's going on, Taylor?
So, I have bought this dun 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 fancy new radiator.
Look at how pretty it is.
But it does not have fancy transmission cooler fittings on the bottom.
Okay, so
I feel like we're looping it.
We can eat. No, we can't loop it. Do you have a bar style cooler we can run?
Out here, no.
We could steal it off JJ's car.
Oh yeah, we're gonna steal it.
See this beautiful Trans Am drift car? I saw he was mocking one up yesterday in this general vicinity. Where did it go?
It's lurking about for sure.
Because that'll work.
Oh yeah, and he's been in my shop for 15 months.
He
That's
owes
the least he can
he
do.
owes you a transmission cooler. Oh, there it is. Look at that.
It has AN fittings on it.
So I happen to have these two Earl's Vapor Guard fuel hose fittings that adapted to those AN fittings that JJ had already installed. Yeah, fits everything. But look how good this is going to be. Then we'll just put a little piece of rubber hose that joins this to those two hard lines down there, and it'll be good to go. Sorry, JJ. I know this is yours, but we're going to temporarily borrow it.
Then we're joining this to this with these.
Perfect. Zip ties fix everything. Yep. Problem solved. Yeah, you buy a direct fit radiator, you think it would fit, right?
Directly.
Nope. Needs a little trimming. And how much did they make you pay for this thing?
$330.
That's pricey. That's what happened. You bought a Mopar. That's where you went wrong.
I don't want to talk about it.
Fixed. How'd that feel?
Like about $100.
Take it back. It was defective.
It was. Usually Summit takes care of me, but not this time.
Am I seeing what you're doing right? Yep.
This is Summit's fault, not mine.
That's a zip tie that's going to be holding in this side of the radiator.
I blame Summit for this level of asphalt anarchy.
That is not good.
It's pretty good.
You're much too optimistic. Maybe we should double those zip ties up.
I am going to go out on a limb and say if we have a failure, it's not going to be due to this.
Okay, you might be right. Oh, this is so bad. This is an example in what not to do to your vehicle if you care about it even a little bit.
Right, which we don't.
Well, it's your vehicle, so I don't. You should care at least somewhat. There is some money tied up in this.
It is more than I'd like to admit now. We doubled up for extra protection.
There you go. I don't think that actually works.
No.
All right, so this direct replacement radiator has proven to be more of an issue. Lower radiator hose isn't anywhere close to fitting. We got zip ties holding in one side, and check out the mounting on our trans cooler. We got two zip ties up there, one on that opposite corner, and the real party piece, a chain of 3 zip ties providing tension at the bottom. And I mean, that thing's pretty solid. Give that a good shake, Taylor.
Oh,
That'll be great.
asphalt anarchy and Sally speech up approved.
Yeah, this is not the kind of work I'm actually going to do at my shop. Just to be clear, this is us screwing around. Very different. So people are probably going to watch this crap and be like, man, I'm never taking anything to that guy's shop. He's a hack. But really, if you're giving me money to work on your car, I'll make it nice.
Only 2 zip ties.
Oh, goodness. This is not good. Bad promotional work on my part. So look at this. Nice exhaust Taylor made. Look at that cherry bomb muffler. We're getting classy.
Huh.
We're going to have to make it shorter.
I'll probably just make it shorter here.
Yeah, on the car.
Yeah, probably something like that.
That looks beautiful.
Hang it from here. I think I'm going to need a step up, though. All right, I'll bring this with me.
Oh, man. Well, We're at an auto parts store yet again. It's becoming a trend. Every time I hang out with Taylor, we go to the auto parts store because he needs something else.
To return.
He has one thing to return and like two things to return and like 4 things to get. So the ratio is still off.
It is. More water wear also.
This is when you know things have gotten really interesting. Test fitting radiator hoses, lovely. She's going together finally with that new aluminum radiator. Professionally installed too. We went and got some radiator hose bits and we're making work down there. Oh, he's putting the dipstick in. That's pretty important. It's getting there. Almost time for a test drive. Taylor is getting awfully confident. He's actually putting coolant into it instead of just straight water. I think he thinks it's not going to spew everywhere. I don't know what I think yet. We'll see. No leaks yet?
I don't think so.
We're looking pretty good. It's almost like we know what we're doing.
Almost.
Almost. Don't let anybody know. Actually, none of this is right. Who are we kidding?
I guess I'll fire it up and let it circulate. Top it off.
Oh, jeez. Come on, you can do it. Sitting over here idling, dome lights on inside. So we got 2 switches over here. Which one does what? I think red is dash lights. Look at that. Where are we sitting at? Hasn't moved yet, so that's looking pretty good. Oil pressure still off the charts, which means that's not working at all. I think it's going all right. All right, do you guys think we're gonna see a vast improvement in the car not overheating, or is it going to be equally as bad?
It's going to be better.
We're going to find out.
At least temporarily. It's great right now.
Or we'll die in a car wreck. It'll be awesome. I should probably put my seatbelt on, shouldn't I?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to go the way the police aren't.
That's probably smart.
Or usually aren't.
Oh, let her eat. Open it up.
That's to the floor, baby. Woo!
That's wide open. This is sad.
It's gutless.
We're doing like 30 miles an hour, by the way, people.
50.
Maybe 50. There you go.
Well, roughly 50. It bounces.
It looks like it's staying cool.
But it's only been running like 4 minutes.
But before it was pegging in like 4 minutes.
That's true.
It's staying underneath 160. So I think we might have fixed our cooling issues.
Yeah, I'm betting that radiator was just clogged.
Yeah, it was junk. Dash lights are on. Look at that.
Oh, we're styling and profiling now.
It's like new.
Showroom quality. Just gotta get my cherry bomb on.
Yeah, then it'll be nice and quiet. Have a good exhaust note.
Be less John Deere-ish.
She's a cruiser.
Still at 160.
Yeah, I think it's totally fixed.
I feel really good about this.
I don't think that radiator was ever letting anything build pressure. It was just leaking the air out the top of all those little holes.
I bet when we open the hood, it doesn't even have anything coming out.
Oh, it shouldn't. Not at this temperature. That felt lovely.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that again. I'd be so pissed if we get all this and we break an axle or something.
That would definitely suck.
God, my shop.
Yeah, it's a wreck. But check it out. Staying below 160.
She good.
Good to go. Oil pressure is still
100.
off the charts. How you feeling now? Much better?
400%. 482%.
That's pretty good. We'll take it. You know, watching you work, it's kind of like watching the Tasmanian devil work. It's just all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, look at this. It's like a tornado came through.
It's bad.
At least you know it.
That's what happens when you're thrashing on the car that you're supposed to drive 1,500 miles tomorrow.
Yeah, you really planned ahead on this one. Good to go?
Perfect.
This is when you know serious modifications are about to happen.
Cherry bomb, baby.
Breaking out the Sawzall.
Trust your Ryobi. I've said so many times I will not trust Harbor Freight with my life. I will not trust Harbor Freight.
Do you have a
with my
jack
life.
stand? We could just throw a jack stand under
I'm
there.
going to.
Or even a wheel. Something to keep the car from crushing your rib cage. So the plan is to cut that lovely exhaust pipe off a little shorter and weld on to that nice rust.
I'm just gonna clamp.
Oh, we're just gonna clamp it? Perfect. Then you need some sort of exhaust hanger, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Coat hanger will be fine. Go raid your wife's closet.
Yeah.
Take a coat hanger.
Apparently my Sawzall blades are much like my drill bits.
Not very sharp. Seeming to be a trend around here.
It does.
Take two. Now with a wood Sawzall blade. Perfect. Oh, it's going.
Twist back now. You think that's enough?
Yeah, probably.
I feel like it's good.
That's a thing of beauty right there. It's almost behind the rear axle.
Almost. Almost up to illegal.
Yeah, I don't think this car's going to be doing any drifting.
Ever. My best case scenario of this coming anywhere close to drifting is if it's off-road.
On
and I
some
weld the
dirt.
diff,
Yeah.
and maybe put nitrous on it.
Nitrous fixes everything.
It's hard to get on with the clamp. We should be good.
Then just a coat hanger back there, and she is good to go. We're about to hear it with the new exhaust for the first time. Oh, she's so much quieter. way better. That looks way better than the old coolant too. That radiator had all kinds of crap in it.
Much less brown. Keep burping. Need to remember to get more belts.
I don't think they'd be an issue at this point. I think those belts are the least of our concerns.
I'd rather have them.
Better to have them and not need them than need them and not have them. He runs good.
Yeah.
Oh, it sounds so much better.
Yeah.
Like that's night and day, that difference.
It's way better.
I think it's good to go. So we just need to load the trunk full of all the stuff we're gonna need. We got extra oil sitting back there. We got our extra fuel cell back here. It's all plumbed in, vented outside the car. We got an extra gas tank, brake fluid, random assortment of tools. We're gonna have a spare tire and a jack and a couple impacts. She's good to go. Rev it up. It sounds so much better.
That is so much better.
Gotta love the sound of a glass pack.
Some sort of a tone to it.
Yeah, instead of just noise.
Headlights, yes. Tag.
The tag looks great. Oh, and by the way, the tag that's on it is still the one from Oklahoma in 1989. But we should probably actually tie it up on some level so that they can at least see that there's a tag on it.
You think?
I don't know.
I think no.
What's the better option there?
Quick fuel.
Incognito mode?
Hey, we can't get stopped by any police if they don't see our
That's a
tag.
nice marker light. She's looking good.
They'd be trying to pull over the owner from 1989.
It might not be the prettiest machine, but we're at least going to clean the windows off.
That's right.
So we can see what we're going to hit when the brakes don't stop the car.
Yeah. We'll see it farther ahead to plan, but
That'll give us a little more time to react.
we'll just be steering around it.
This has got to go. That would drive me nuts. I guess there's a lot of it up there. Oh well, it'll be fine. We're getting official now. We got a cigarette outlet adapter that runs to a 3-port cigarette outlet over here. Complete with a USB charger with a battery monitor on it. Fancy. Anyway, I think I'm going to go home, and then you got a few more things to do tomorrow, and then we're going to hit the road and see what happens. Well, my portion of the Bandit Run has officially started. I'm on my way to my buddy Taylor Hull's house, and we're going to jump in Daisy, the 1973 Plymouth Satellite, and hit the road. We got to go up to Lakewood Amphitheater, which is the starting point that Bandit and Snowman left from, and then we're heading west to Texarkana, and then we'll be heading right back east with Coors in the back seat, and we'll see how fast we can do this thing. It's a race against the clock. Should get interesting. Will we make it? I have no idea. Are we going to break down? Almost definitely. But that's how you find an adventure. Just get out there and drive your jump. Yeah, buddy. And boom, just like that, we're at Taylor's house. He's got Daisy sitting way better. Crank down on them torsion bars up front, and that stance. It's much less stink buggish. Looks good. Just needs a wheel spacer in the back, and she'd be perfect. Let's see how the trunk looks. Oh, we got a spare tire. Got our fuel cell mounted. Extra jug of fuel. Spare random things. Got a couple things to add. I got a jack and a toolbox. But other than that, we're good to go. I guess I gotta find Taylor though. So we got Bert here, ready to drive Daisy. Styling with that mustache. And we're about to check our fuel transfer rate. So this is an auxiliary fuel cell that actually feeds the factory tank under here. But we need to know how many gallons per minute or whatever it transfers at so that we don't overflow the factory tank and lose gas. So he's about to run the pump. All right, go for it. I'll tell you when to stop. It's going in there. I can't really tell how fast it's going. It's like halfway-ish. All right. That's pretty dang close. It might be a little low, but it's close. I didn't want to overflow it.
Yeah, 30 seconds is a good assessment.
And you can always go less.
Yeah.
You know, as long as you're not sputtering and coughing because you're out of fuel.
Probably half and half. Like,
yeah. Oh, the smell of gasoline. It's nice when you're not in a car with it for 12 hours.
Like we're about to be.
Yep. It'll be great. Perfect. All right, so I'm taking the, well, I don't have a shoulder belt. I have a lap belt. I'm taking the first little stint just to get used to the car before we actually get started on the run.
You've agreed to this without ever driving the car.
Yeah, that's probably not smart. I've never even started this car except for with a screwdriver. So this is going to go great, I'm sure.
Still got to turn the
it's
key.
that one. The key's got to be on. Do I got to give it throttle? Oh, that's not bad.
It's not too bad.
No.
It's gotten better with time, like a fine wine.
Let's turn that on. Look at that. We got all these fancy radar detectors and stuff going on. Go ahead and turn lights on. I look so normal compared to you two right now. Like, you look like Burt Reynolds and I look like some...
Hey, I got you a snowman vest.
All right, I have to put at least a flannel on for starters. All right, now I look a little more like Snowman.
You're getting better.
I don't have a veil and a wedding dress, and I wouldn't wear it even if I did.
I have one. I did consider wearing it.
I don't want to hear that. I didn't hear that. Wow, this is a nice shifter. You ready?
I'm ready.
I don't know if I am. What a luxurious machine.
I hope we see him again.
Yeah, me too. Bye, El Camino. I wish we were taking you instead.
I feel like our chances of making it would go up tremendously.
They definitely would. That car is very reliable. I would love to do a burnout right now, but I can't because this car will not do it.
If your life depended on it, you couldn't do a burnout right now?
Oh, she wallows a little. This will be fine.
Yeah. You get used to it.
We're cruising. All right. So now the brakes. Yep, the brakes kind of work. It wanders a little.
Yeah, it does wander. Like, if you get down on it hard, it moves around.
I could see doing 120 in this car.
Yeah, I feel good about it.
I've driven it 30 feet and I can already say that. All right, so I'm gonna get used to the car and then we're gonna go fill it up and get some more snacks. Yeah, buddy. Oh, and by the way, you notice this rain? Yeah, we don't have any working windshield wipers, so that's gonna be fun.
Where we're going, we don't need wipers.
Into a ditch, probably.
We do need wipers.
First gas stop of the trip, and look at this. This is what you do when you're against the clock. You pull one pump from one side of the gas pump and one from this side and fill your auxiliary tank and your factory tank at the same time. Pro tip right there. Two is always better than one.
Two at the same time is better.
Hey, now, whoa.
Fuel cell.
So I drove it here, and it did okay. It's definitely not set up for autocross.
You were amazed by the luxurious ride.
Best car I've ever driven, hands down, 100%. Essential stop of the trip, you gotta have your snacks. It's a requirement. And of course, just make it a bunch of junk.
Is there any other time?
I don't think so. This is perfect. That's not what you want. I knew I smelled something sweet.
Oh, it's that. The brake line. It's the brake fluid.
So we'll look at how full it is. That's not bad though.
No, that's better than coolant.
Yeah, I thought it was coolant. Maybe brake fluid smells sweet too. I don't know. It just made the drive on the freeway up here. We maintained about 70, 75, hit 80 a couple times. And other than the brake fluid spitting out like that. But we don't need the brakes on the freeway.
No.
So it's fine. You're prepared.
Hey, that's a good way to win your challenge.
You might think that that's slow motion. But nope, that is real time. I've never seen a gas pump that slow.
Fortunately, we're close to full.
That's really bad. Good thing we're not encountering that on the trip, because that would be kind of detrimental. Well, we're here at the Lakewood Amphitheater, which is the previous home to Lakewood Raceway, which, if you know anything about Smokey and the Bandit, that's where their run started. They started from Lakewood Raceway and went all the way to Texarkana to get Coors and then brought it right back here. So this is the official starting point. Unfortunately, it's not a racetrack anymore, but it's still the proper place to leave on such an epic adventure. So we got a couple cars back here. We got the 73 Plymouth Satellite Daisy, got a Porsche 928 with a LT1 in it, which is a pretty good contender. I don't think this car is actually going, but that is definitely Georgia State Patrol Dodge Charger that luckily is not actually a cop, so we're not in trouble. But we made it here, drove down the freeway at like 70, 75 with no issues out of the car. It ran cool the whole time. It spat a little bit of brake fluid out of the top of the master cylinder, which is weird, but you know, we'll just keep topping that off. First part of the journey's done. We just got a lot more left to do. We're about to be westbound and down, baby, heading to Texarkana to get some Coors. How we doing?
Pretty good. It's only down just a little.
Just top it off. It'll be fine.
It's fine.
So far, all we've done since we got here is adjust the idle screw a little, and now we're just going to top off the coolant. So she is good to go. Oh, man. It's perfect.
Yeah, my son is.
That's a little top off I'm okay with.
Yep. We can handle that.
Put more brake fluid in it than that.
Good, we didn't lose our gallon of water. We need that probably. There we go. It looks a little different on a Subaru than it does on a Pontiac, but I can dig it. And what? There's two Burt Reynolds now. What is this?
We're in Georgia.
Oh, man. Oh, in the wedding dress. Oh, that's good. You just need T-tops now.
Get a Sawzall, we can make it happen.
Meet entry number 3. I was mistaken. Turns out we do, in fact, have a police escort. The Georgia State Patrol car is going. So hopefully he can keep the cops off our back. We'll see how it goes. My freaking seatbelt out. Oh my goodness. Y'all be safe, have fun.
Y'all too.
See y'all back here. Oh my gosh, that was frustrating. Alright, dash lights.
Yep.
Is it 11 yet?
Alright, go.
Alright, see you guys. We're going left?
Left.
Catch
And
the
the light
light.
screen. It's fine. They may not get the light.
This car is so slow!
It's so
Go! Alright, people, we are westbound and down,
Yeah,
baby.
we are. Yeah!
Heading to Texarkana to grab some beer. Because, you know, the stuff right at the store here just isn't good enough. Oh! That's what I get for talking to a camera.
Not a little bit. All the way on the wrong side of the road.
It's fine. And there's cops all over the place right there.
Oh my god. All the police were there?
Oh my gosh. I almost need to downshift, but I don't want to break it.
No. Let's not tear the transmission up yet.
I'm foot on the floor doing 45 miles an hour.
Ben foot on the floor.
Go! This thing is so wallowy. Oh man.
Especially when you're pushing it.
I don't like it.
You liked it better at low speed?
Yeah, it's better at low speeds, people.
on. But we got a cherry bomb.
Yeah, we did get a muffler. That's gonna help. Forget all the other issues. We're gonna have a muffler. Oh man. Made it 20 miles. The car's making all kinds of noise. It's running hot. I think there might be some bearing issues. It doesn't smell good. Oil?
Yeah.
That's not a good sign.
No.
Oh gosh, it smells terrible. She's not happy with us.
There's a lot of oil back here.
Oh my goodness, there's oil everywhere.
That's look all back up in here. Is that, wonder if that's the valve cover gasket.
I don't know, it's hard to tell. Want to see if it'll start?
Yeah.
It's not even trying.
That is a failure of epic proportion.
We made it 20 miles.
But look.
Yeah, that's definitely not hot. What's leaking? You hear it?
Yeah.
Where?
Is it coming out?
It's coming out the overflow tube through the frame, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's got a bad head gasket or something.
I think that's highly possible.
And it definitely sounds like there might be a spun bearing from that chirping.
I just want to hear it out here.
But we can, I'll see if it'll start. I'll keep going. Yeah. Well, it's idling.
Doesn't sound that bad, but it's leaking a lot of oil. There's obviously a problem.
I don't know, man. What's the verdict? I think there's a bearing making a little noise. I think that's what that is.
Yeah.
So let me rev it up some, and because it was only at higher RPM, see if we can hear it squeal a little. I don't know, man.
I don't know either. Usually it's more obvious than that.
Well, we're not far, so let's get on the interstate again and see, because then we're still pretty close to home. And then,
We can go back if we want to.
well, we could go get one of my cars.
That's what I mean. Restart our time.
They running. All right, we're back underway.
Sort of.
Let's see what happens.
20 degrees.
Don't hit us.
This is really unfortunate.
All right, I'm going straight.
Yeah.
Back on the road. Let's see how she does for a little stint. We're still pretty close to home, so there's a chance we could still switch cars if this thing is indeed done.
Here's the Elko.
Well, the Elko's at your house. The wagon's at my house.
That'd be faster.
But are we restarting our time? You hear that noise when we get up?
yeah.
That definitely sounds bearing-ish to me, and it doesn't go faster than this anymore. This is it. 53, 52, and we're slowing down.
Yeah, we need to go back. I just hope we make it back at this point.
I can't go any faster than this.
It's locking up. That's what it's doing.
Yeah, it's seizing up on us.
We need to get on back roads.
Please don't hit us!
I don't even care if it's hot at this point.
Is there another exit up ahead? Please.
There it is. Something else over. Let's see. What's closer, my house or your house?
My house is much closer.
Yeah. Okay. Takes out Texarkana.
All right, so new plan. We're switching cars. This thing's not doing so hot, and we just left.
At least it's now.
I think it spun a bearing. It's making weird chirping noises, and it's running really hot, like it's trying to lock up on us. So, El Camino or turquoise wagon? Decisions. What do you think?
I like pickups.
I like pickups too. All right. Well, the rear end I just put together and beat on today. We'll see if it's up for a challenge.
Yeah. How you feel about that backlash right now?
Not perfect, but it did a burnout at like 150 mile an hour wheel speed
For a
today.
long time.
So it's probably fine. Oh, this thing, I don't know. It's just it's
Are we
gutless
worrying
now.
about swapping fuel cells, or are we just getting it right?
Nah, just get it to go. It's got enough fuel capacity to where it'll be all right.
If we're feeling good, we might as well just take it home.
Well, we'll see how it does on this little bit. Somehow, some way, this car did it.
So happy.
We didn't have to get it towed. And now we get to switch to my El Camino that will probably break.
That's the happiest I've been with a car that's breaking.
Yeah, it could have been worse. Could have been better, though. Anyway, time for the second car. What will be the third car?
Oh, don't say that.
I'm hoping for just that car, because I like that car running and driving.